What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We are here today in Oxnard, California at GP Suspension. We are gonna be getting the front end of my bike dialed in. I've been wanting to do this forever and GP's hooking it up today, so let's hop right into the video. Okay guys, so we come in the shop and the first person you're gonna meet is Brisa. What's up, girl?
Hello, how's it going?
And the shop dog, Chorizo. He says hi. So, funny story that we were just talking about. The first time I ever met Brisa was over the phone, because if you call GP, she's gonna be the person you talk to. I thought I knew stuff about Harleys and suspension and all that when I called her the first time. I didn't really know shit. Like Brisa knows so much more about this stuff than I do. So Brisa, tell us what we're doing today.
We are installing a 25mm cartridge kit in your Lowrider S forks. We are doing a 2-inch over kit today, and we are going to build the cartridge length to basically set the full fork length to a 2-inch over for you.
Nice. Like she said, I'm gonna take you guys through the install on the new forks. Thomas is back there right now. He's getting everything all dialed in and ready to go. We're gonna focus on the adjustability of this kit and like how they customize it to the individual rider, because I think more than anyone, GP does the best job of like customization of anyone in the suspension industry, really.
Yeah, we're really not like a cookie cutter, one size fits all. You can have the best suspension in the world, but if it's not set up for your rider weight, what you're doing with the motorcycle, then it's not gonna work very good.
And these guys got their start in racing, race bikes, road bikes. So if it's good enough for the racetrack, I think it's probably good enough for most people's like daily driver setup.
Just basically building hydraulic systems that really work good in all scenarios, because that's what you're doing, is you're trying to get more traction out of your front tire, trying to make it track better. So we're just able to take that theory and apply it to Harley Davidsons and what you guys are doing with those bikes. It just gives us a lot of background experience. Good suspension is good suspension, and the object of good suspension is really to give you better traction. That's what we do, is we're just really tailoring, the suspension and the really great hydraulic system that we've developed over years of research on the racetrack to be a really good kit for your Harley.
Like I said, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are the best. So again, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're gonna love it.
Oh, I know I'm gonna love it. All right, we're gonna go. So you can see the back of the shop. You can see my bike is already kind of getting torn down, getting all the stock stuff done. My boy Thomas is over here somewhere. There he is. This is my fork right now, my stock one. So what's the process here? What are we doing?
So I've taken the forks out of the bike and disassembled the left side leg right now. This is technically the easy one to do, but I basically pull the forks, disassemble them, drain them out, clean them.
What's harder about the other side?
Got a internally captured spring on the other side, which is captured by a crown nut on the top. It takes a special tool, which nobody ever has, and the OEM tool breaks easily, so most people just use a hammer and a chisel to get it out, and a lot of heat.
That's why we come to the professionals, because they do it right.
But that's why we use a lot of heat, and it's simple for us because we've got the experience and know how to do it.
All right, well, we're gonna watch the master at work here. Let's get after it.
Charge the rebound. Basically, to bleed this easily, you've got to press that down and pump it, but sometimes it can take a while, and a quick trick that I usually like to do if I don't feel it starting to bleed is I'll actually fill it up a little too high with oil, screw the cap on, extend the cartridge, fully extend it, and I'll screw the outer tube into the casting, and I'll pump it up and down because it pressurizes the whole system and forces the oil into the cartridge. And once there's a little bit of oil in the cartridge, it'll start bleeding itself naturally. But I didn't have to do that because I could feel it starting to pump up just a little bit.
What's your least favorite bike you've ever worked on?
Probably a Ducati ST3. The chroming would flake off of the rockers, and to replace them was just an absolute terror. It was the worst.
How about your favorite bike to work on?
I don't know. I got to put the performance pack on a Superleggera the first year. That was pretty cool. But my favorite bike is usually whatever like race bike I'm building. I love building race bikes. Like it's a lot of fun, and like for what I go and build for the national level, I've should build that for myself to race on instead of just throwing suspension on a stock bike. I worked for Team Hammer, the Suzuki road racing team in Moto America. I worked for them for 6 years. I started just as a chassis guy, and then I got to get more and more responsibility through the years and got to be a part of winning a couple championships, and all super rewarding and a lot of fun. But I parted from them and I went and helped build a different team where I built everything. I wasn't just a chassis guy, I wasn't just an electronics guy, I built everything. So doing that got me really confident in just building engines in the way that I know that they can be built, and I've seen them built. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I get to say I'm a championship winning crew chief, and for me, that was the dream.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, Thomas, I have one more question for you
Sure.
then. If you are building for Suzuki, does that mean you're a Gixxer bro?
No comment.
So how's she feeling?
Good, I'm pretty happy with it. It still pulls into the corner, but I kind of remember that just being like a reasonable side effect of this.
But other than that, it's feeling all right?
Yeah, it feels great, actually. Like,
Cool.
It felt pretty identical front and rear. I think the ultimate decider, of course, should be you. You should go spin it just to
Yeah.
get your feedback.
Totally.
And then we'll go from there, but no, I'm pretty happy with it.
Awesome, well, cool, thanks, man. I'm gonna hop on and we'll see how we're feeling for me, and then we'll go from there.
If I don't throw tools at your bike.
All right, guys, so we just got back from our kind of dial-in ride where we kind of went over everything, made sure everything's feeling good, feeling the way that we want it to. Bike feels so much better. It's crazy. We did a little bit of fine tuning about it. It wasn't quite the way we wanted it right off the get-go, so we did a little bit of tweaking and everything. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this where I give you like a full kind of review on the suspension and all of my thoughts and how it's different if you're really interested in one of these kits. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the little kind of view of the shop, getting to meet everyone and see what goes into making these kits a little bit. So I'm gonna call that one good for now though, guys. Like I said, check back in for part 2. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.